we'll see a squad from the Americas, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on last year's national champions, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Florida's offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
There he goes! Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hester. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds him out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll return it from the 50. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fullback's got it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Gator. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got it in the middle, it's Golden. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this. They'll power it inside with the fullback.
I love when you throw the fullback. The dude is so unselfish, blocks the whole game. Give him a bone every now and again.
Well, of course you like the fullbacks because you wish you had been a fullback. Some wanted to make you a fullback, and you were great. Could have been even greater.
Or I could have been a defensive lineman and a three-time All-American in the first round draft.
I love the QB where he holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Found the spot in the defense. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He wants to change this route. They'll go to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Back to pass. This time he's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good... They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, they'll send the back in motion. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. Racing to the right. Then And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the... Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got the first down and more. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run, and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hester. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground with the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gonna swing it on second down. Firing toward the end zone. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been
Breaks into the open. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? The Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Gator! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And the offense takes control of this football game. But I'll tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team...
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Right back to the air on second and 10. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes.
Oh, he's got some space. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26, a huge pickup on the ground.
Defensively, in these situations, when it's such long yardage situations, I'm going to be very, very conservative. I'm going to drop guys really, really deep. If you want to run the football, you can have at it. Now, ideally, you don't want to give up that many yards, but you still didn't give up a first down, so it's still successful.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane. And you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They've got the screen set up. Ripping through the defense. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.